And now we have got a special, which kind of, we've got some deja vu at that top table, I
We have
believe.
indeed, yeah, because it's all towns and cities in the North East and North Yorkshire.
Right, what's Mike Lee's answer for this, would you
Is there
say?
any villages in there?
Yeah, some maybe sign of villages, yeah. Small, big villages or small towns.
Right, give us a reset.
Don't get wet.
Alright?
No, I'm going to have to.
I've not seen.
Off we go, 50 questions. Break at 30.
Okay, number one. Born in Boston in 1969, this person is married to the film producer Shauna Robertson, and his only child with her is called Atlas. His first film role was playing Aaron Stampler in the film Primal Fear, and in 2003 he played Nelson Norton. Norton, yeah. Number two.
Technocrats.
Known as the Lady in Black and the track Too Tough to Tame, due to its ability to cause drivers a sudden problem, even after they've already done numerous laps without any difficulty, which racetrack opened in 1950, hosts the annual Southern 500 race in the NASCAR series? John? That's a point away.
Oh, not finished the question?
No, not quite. Steve?
Pontefract. Daytona.
No. Which is the penultimate race of the NASCAR series. Lee?
Red car.
Yeah, nothing away for that.
You're definitely not getting one back to that LightSpeed
No.
quiz earlier, you know? That don't you know?
Anyone else?
No, I have no idea.
That is the Darlington Raceway.
Oh.
Number three. This city contains the Shore Park Cultural Complex, the largest performing arts theatre in the Caribbean, whose capacity is approximately a third of the city's population. Its skyline is dominated by the 18th century military installation Fort King George, and between 1780...
I'm going to
Norman?
guess Scarborough.
Scarborough, yeah. Tobago.
Because I lost my life.
There's no lives in this,
No,
that's the
no.
point.
Oh, right. Knock yourself out, John.
Right, number four. An agreement between King Edward III and King David II of Scotland, which secured the release of David after he'd been captured at the Battle of Neville's Cross. A 1560 agreement between Queen Elizabeth I and the
Berwick.
Treaty of Berwick. Yep.
Correctly.
A native of Hull, this person became infamous when a video of him was uploaded onto Reddit in 2015. He owns a Yorkshire Terrier called Baxter, and has apparently graduated from the Dave Lister School in 1978. A keen fisherman, his favourite phrase is "does a one-legged duck swim in circles?" A former amateur boxer who likes to use the nickname One Punch, despite living a largely unremarkable life, he is surprised when people don't know who he is. Who is this red Citroen driver who gained infamy when he appeared in the viral video entitled "A Very British Road Rage Incident"?
Come on, Chris.
Chris?
Ronnie Pickering?
Ronnie Pickering, yes. What do you get when you add the name of the surname of the owner of the house where the murder takes place in Cluedo and the room situated between the lounge and the study? Kid?
I'm going to go Blackpool, but...
That would be incorrect. Nothing away. Steve Lacey?
No.
No. Nobody else? That's Blackhall.
Where is Blackhall?
North of Hartlepool.
Lovely place.
Yeah.
Colliery.
Can we talk about north of the wall here?
Its many uses include defending against predators, an aid to balance while walking, an implement to part thick undergrowth and capturing sheep. What is with the alternative name Crozier? What name is given to a hook staff used? Kid?
Crook.
A crook, yep.
County Durham.
Bishop's Crook.
What is the surname of the family who provide the current line of the Earls of Strathmore and Kinghorn? The seat of the family is found in the town of Angus and is called Glam's Castle. The castle was the childhood home of the wife of King George VI. Kid?
Stallone.
No, nothing about Lee.
Bowes Lion.
Bowes Lions. Yeah.
Bowes.
Yeah.
That's where.
Press again, Lee.
Blackphone.
Correctly.
Lee's still not back on him.
Time.
In 2017 it was announced that some production of its product would be moved to Zoeterwoude in the Netherlands, with this news coming 10 years after the controversial move of production to Tadcaster from Dunstan. Due to health Chris?
Newcastle Brown.
Newcastle Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct bean.
Made a dame in 2016. This person was born in Scarborough in 1946, and from 1991 to 2001. Norman?
Wendy Craig.
That is
That's not-
incorrect.
That's not. Where's that? Where's that?
That's not correct.
From 1991 to 2001, she was married to the actor Ian Holm. A winner of the Olivia Award for Best Actress in 2015 for a role in Taken at Midnight. Her film roles have included playing Mrs. Bibby in The History Boys, the Queen in the BFG, and Barbara, the mother of the title character in Shaun of the Dead. Who is this actress, better known for her television roles? Steve Lacey.
Francis de la Tour.
That is one away. John?
Penelope Wilton.
Penelope Wilton.
She
Correct, John.
Following a redesign in June 2019, Smirnoff unveiled what changed to the way they sold their entire range of vodka in the UK. Kid?
Aspin Lavouche.
No, nothing away.
In the north.
That's wrong on so many levels.
John?
Did they run Zigged?
No, nothing away.
where they change.
No, nobody? They had a new bottle.
Is that a place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where could we play for them in the Sunday Quiz League?
They're the reigning
Yeah,
Sunderland
that
Quiz
really
League champions, I'll have you know.
Oh,
famous.
God, blimey. How were you, Clive?
A 10-storey building located between the 8th and 9th Avenue in Manhattan. Because of its location in the middle of New York's theatre district, it has been home to numerous actors including Betty Grable and Doris Day. What is the name of this 1924 apartment building which lies across the street from the Al Hirschfield Theatre and is considered one of New York's most desirable pre-war apartment buildings? Steve Kidd?
Flatiron, carry on.
No. Nobody? Lee?
Stockton apart.
No.
Oh, you're on something there, I think.
That is the Whitby building.
Never heard of it.
This person's grandfather, Hust, won the NFL championship in 1926, whilst his sons Michael and David played professional basketball in the German Bundesliga. The 16th pick for the Utah Jazz in the 1984 NBA draft. Chris B.
Stockton.
John Stockton. Yep.
Is he a wrestler?
No,
basketball
player.
Yeah, but I thought he might have got there eventually.
Gary Cooper has won two best... Oh, it's in Loch.
Yeah, we all know that.
Norman.
Sergeant York.
Sergeant York, yeah.
Oh, I'll go with Spencer Tracy all the way.
This event took place over 26 miles over a distance of 291 miles. Steve Kidd?
It's not a marathon.
You're not going
Yeah.
to say marathon.
So 26 days over a distance of 291 miles. The character played by Peter Vaughan in the TV series Our Friends in the North took part in this event. It was instigated due to a planned steelworks which would have replaced jobs lost due to the closure of Palmer Shipyard, was ultimately not built due to political chicanery.
Oh, God.
Jarrow man.
The Jarrow March.
Did you say 26 days then, or miles?
Probably 10 miles.
291 miles. I think you said 26 miles.
I might
And then
say that.
291 miles.
In a slight variation of this quizzing chestnut, if Osborne did it in 1978 and Brooking did it in 1980, who did it in 1979? John?
Sunderland.
Sunderland.
Winning golden.
Correct, John.
What name would be given to a recessed coastal body of water that is directly connected to a larger body of water, which is smaller than a gulf but larger than a cove, and was owned by a former crusader who was Richard the Lionheart Loyalist and was sometimes known as Robert of Huntingdon or Robin of Locksley? Steve Kidd?
This bay is excellent. Robin Hood's Bay.
Robin Hood's Bay. Yeah.
Correct, Kid.
Making his name as the dim but lovable guard Gary in the TV series Maid Marian and a Merry Men, which crime writer wrote the novel Sleepyhead, Scaredy Cat, The Dying Hours and Their Little Secret? Steve Lacey?
Mark Billingham.
Mark Billingham.
Correct, Steve Lacey.
The son of a Somerset County cricketer, which politician served as the UK's shadow foreign minister between 1974 and 75 and the Secretary of State for the Environment between 72 and 74? A Conservative MP, firstly for Norwich South, and then from 1966 to 87 for Hexham. He was responsible for drafting the 1972 European Communities Act, which took the UK into the common market on the January the 1st, 1973. Steve Kidd?
Tom Billen Richards.
No, nothing about Lee.
Auckland.
No. Nobody else? No, that's Geoffrey Rippon. Appearing in the same verse as the towns Fabulous and Chortle, in Lewis Carroll's verse Jabberwocky, what nonsense word meaning radiantly beaming, happy and cheerful is used to describe the boy who slay a Jabberwocky with his vorpal blade? Chris?
Amble.
Nope, nothing away. Nobody? That's Beamish. Usually caused by the regurgitation of gastric acid into the esophagus, which causes a burning sensation in the Kid?
Belper.
No. John? Heartburn.
It felt right at the time.
So far, Chris
I think I'm
6,
still on Lewis Carroll.
Lee 6, John 5, Norman 3, Clive 2, Steve Kidd 1, Steve Lacey 1.
As long as I'm level with Steve Lacey, that's all I'm bothered about.
Using the words piff paff puff, what is the real name of the comedian and magician who was married to Victoria Wood? Durham. Geoffrey Durham. Yep.
Correct, Clive.
In the 1972 television film The World Cup: A Captain's Tale, it sees Dennis Waterman play Bob Jones. Kid?
West Auckland.
West Auckland, yep.
Boom!
Unless you're not going to live time, don't you?
Football! Who's going to win the football?
A last named after a city in Kentucky rather than a town in the northeast. What is the name of the 3-mile wide crater which was created approximately 300 million years ago during the Permian era when a meteorite hit an area that is now in the Appalachian Mountains? The crater is now the only place in the world where coal is mined from inside an impact crater. Both the city in Kentucky and its namesake northeast town greatly the Middlesbrough crater is correct.
Middlesbrough in Kentucky. I'm just waiting because I don't want to bloody lose the points. I don't mind.
According to the book According to the book of Joshua, chapter 6, verses 1 to 27, Israelites marching 7 times around them whilst blowing ram's horns caused... John?
Wall's End?
Nope. Kid?
John.
Walls of Jericho.
Walls of Jericho, yeah. Wall.
Was that a wrestling question?
No, Wall is in Northumberland. It's a town called Wall.
Yeah, there is.
Correct,
Bloody
Kid.
hell. Well, they came on the end of the wall, shouldn't they?
A look given to all Ferrari Formula 1 cars. What description could be given to any? John?
Red car.
A red car, yeah.
Correct, John.
An event featuring Vasco Rossi, which took place at the Enzo Ferrari Park in Modena in 2017, which was seen by approximately 225,000 people, is considered to be the highest attended what of all time? Steve Kidd?
Pop concert.
Pop concert, yeah. Coming third in the voting for the 2016 Sports Personality of the Year award, his son Harry was the winning jockey in the 2009 Irish Grand National. Which person riding the horse Big Star was part of the team which won the team gold medal? Clive?
Skelton.
Yeah, Nick Skelton.
Correct, Clive.
The husband of the winner of the 1975 Miss Hong Kong competition. What is the full westernised name of the former assistant director of the Hong Kong Observatory, who was the oldest brother of the star of the film Enter the Dragon? Kid? And his full name?
Said it.
What have you said? What have you said?
Oxbow Lake Lee.
No, nothing away. John?
Italy.
Peter Lee. Yeah. The only Peter Lee I could find. Born in Goulburn, New South Wales in 1939, from 1971 to 95 he was married to Christina Gannett. He was voted Model of the Year in 1966. He was one of the first male models to be paid £8 a day. Clive?
Lazenby.
Yeah, George Lazenby.
So, Clive, about this kind of lowbrow thing. Male models.
Knighted in 1997, he has a street in Howick named after him, and was along with Richard Branson, the course skipper of the Virgin Atlantic Challenger 1 and 2, the founder of the Global Challenge Yacht Race, who in 1971, only 3 years after taking up sailing, became the first person while sailing the yacht British Steel. Lee?
Shea Blythe.
Yeah.
Shea Blythe, yeah.
So easy when you say it, isn't it?
Currently held by Charles Gordon Lennox, which British dukedom, which while still an earldom, was held by people such as Alan Rufus, thought to be one of history's richest men, Arthur Duke of Brittany, the nephew of King John, who disappeared in mysterious circumstances, and the future King Henry IV. Kid.
Lancaster.
No. It's one of them.
Damn.
Wrong kid.
It first became a dukedom when it was awarded to Henry Fitzroy, the oldest illegitimate child of Henry VIII.
Come on, have some guesses, guys.
Chris, Harrogate.
No, nothing to it. Right.
Ashington.
No. That is Richmond.
No.
In what would have been his last year at school if he had attended that year?
Start again, please.
In what would have been his last year at school if he had attended that year? Who was the head teacher of Hogwarts during what would have been Harry's? Steve Kidd, I'm assuming.
Snake.
Snape, yeah. It's a village in North Yorkshire, Snape. Won in 2019 by Batash and twice in a row in 2015 and 16 by Mecca's Angel. It's part of the British, John?
Nunthorpe.
The Nunthorpe Stakes. Yeah. First appearing in a novel called The Three-Toed Pussy, which Detective Superintendent, the head of CID for the Devon and Cornwall Police, was
Wycliffe.
Yeah, Charles Wycliffe. Yeah, it's in Durham.
Correctly.
An example of this, called the Zodiac, was designed by William Burgess and was once given to Evelyn Waugh by John Betjeman. What name is given to a wooden bench with arms and a high back, which are long enough to seat 3 or 4 people and usually fixed to walls? Chris?
Pew.
Nope. Nothing away. Steve?
Windsor, carry on.
No. Lee?
Hexham.
No. They are called settles.
I learned something today.
Which breed of dogs, originally bred to kill vermin, were originally called Rothbury Terriers? Big
Bedlington Terriers.
Bedlington Terriers. What is the first name of the film characters played by Shia LaBeouf in Holes, Jim Carrey in The Mask, and Marlon Brando in A Streetcar Named Desire? Steve Kidd?
Aspatria.
No, nothing away. Chris?
Stuart.
No. Clive?
Stanley.
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 Oh, Stanley.
Jim and beer. That's great.
The USA suffered a surprise defeat at this stadium in 2017, which enabled Panama to qualify for the 2018 World Cup instead of them. It is located in Cueva, Trinidad and Tobago, which venue that played host to a number of matches in the 2001 World Under-17 Cup. It was named after a former Trinidad senator who in 1997 won the gold medal in the 200 metres at the World Athletics Championships.
No,
John?
no. I was going to say
Nothing away.
Crawford. It's not
No.
Crawford.
Nothing away. Chris?
Atto Ball.
The Atto Baldwin Stadium. Yeah.
Correct bean.
Wow.
No, we athletics.
Alumni.
972.
Alumni include John Wycliffe, William Harvey, Randolph Churchill, Frank Boff, Liz Truss, Roger Bannister and the Emperor Naruhito, whilst its Professor of English Language and Literature between 1945 and 59 was J.R.R. Tolkien. Which college, which was a male drinking society... Steve Kidd?
Merton.
Merton College, yeah.
Get in. Get in.
This is number 42.
Where is Merton, by the way? Because I've never heard of him.
Durham.
Yeah, it's where the
Is this like...
that shopping centre. What's the shopping
I've
centre?
only got 9% left of
Yeah,
this.
shit shopping.
Is that this like meant to be a quiz about places within 15 miles of Stockton-upon-Tees or something?
No one here Stockton there. Doing so in 2001, which a Reuben-born singer became at the age of 50, the oldest person to date to win the Eurovision Song Contest. He did this singing with the group 2XL and 10L Padar, whilst performing the song Everybody, representing Estonia.
Alexander Remnick, carry on.
He was called... Lee?
Barnard.
No, he's called Dave Benton.
Oh, group then. You could have asked.
One of the band members played the mandolin on Rod Stewart's song Maggie May, whilst... Steve Kidd?
Yay! Linda's fan.
Linda's fan, yeah.
Correct kid.
Fan.
The winner of the 2006 World 8-Ball Pool Championship, he also beat Eric Bristow in a one-leg exhibition darts match in 2007. His early potential in snooker was spotted by Willie Fawn's brother Malcolm. Steve Kidd?
Do I go Hull or do I go Selby? Selby.
Selby is correct.
It's an open-ended question, it was.
Giving its name to an annual road race, which was first run in 1981 and which starts in Newcastle upon Tyne and is 5.9. Lee?
Oh, 5.9.
Fair enough.
That's incorrect. John?
Wrong lead.
Shields.
John, that's incorrect.
Wrong
Chris?
John.
Bladen
The
Races.
Bladen Races. Yeah.
Correct bean.
Born in 1973, this person was heavily influenced by surrealism and impressionism. A commercial artist, in 2008 she produced the pieces handled with care and special delivery, which reflect her experience of how fragile premature babies are. However, she is best known for the cow motif, which she uses in her artwork, and a series of prints known as the Great Moosters. Who is this artist who created the works Mona Lisa, Cow with a Pearl Earring, and The Persistence of Moori? She shares her surname with the captain of Oxford United's team, which won the League Cup in 1986. Steve Kidd?
Hermione Appletree Wig.
No, nothing away.
Good word to
John?
guess.
Helmsley.
No. Chris?
Moulton.
No. No, she is called Caroline Shotton, as Malcolm Shotton was the manager.
Course.
Right, sure.
Apparently based on Courtney Cox's performance in the video for Bruce Springsteen's song Dancing in the Dark, what name was given to the move which involves swinging the arms fully from side to side and clicking at the end of each swing while sidestepping to the left and then to the right and back again? The move was regularly displayed by Afonso Ribeiro when he appeared on the TV show The Fresh
Carlton.
The Carlton Dance. Yeah.
Correct bean.
It's literally a half a mile from my house. That.
Right. You have to put two and two together though. I've never heard of it.
Private Silas Tripp and Alonzo Harris are the two roles which were Steve Kidd.
Denzel Washington.
Time up. Yeah.
Correct kid.
Training Day. Great film.
Oh, 2 questions left. You'd be glad to hear, no doubt.
Go on, give some scores. I've done well.
Chris is on 16, Steve Kidd 16, Clive's on 10, John 9, Lee 9, Norman 3, Steve Lacey 1. Come on, Chris.
German beer.
Which wrestler?
Here we go.
Thanks for asking in here, supposedly.
Please don't be a wrestling question.
Kofi Kingston up on Hull.
Sharing its name with the town in the northeast where it's set, which comedy series, which ran from 2012 to
Heaven.
Heaven, yep.
You told him that.
Yeah. Big dreams.
This is the last one. Due to be officially called the Kian Prince Foundation Stadium during the 2019-20 football season, what is the common name for the English Football League ground, which was the venue where Barry McGuigan won the WBA Featherweight Championship from Loftus Road? Yeah.
Well, Mike, could you be kind of effusive about Chris Bean's performance today?
I'll go through in reverse order.
No, don't worry.
Steve Lacey was on 1.
Second last.
Norman's 3. Lee's on 9. John's on 9. Clive on 12. Steve Kidd, so close, on 16. My winner today is Chris Bean on 18.
And I think the adage is with kind of statistical students that one might be a fluke, two's a pattern. Chris Bean, once again, cameras are off. Thank you very much, Michael McPartland. Thank Chris Bean.